4 men and a woman have been detained on suspicion of carrying out an attack on a Jewish family in Paris back in September. Maria Finoshina reports on what officials have called a hateful assault.
4 men, the oldest 50 years old and the youngest 20, and a 19-year-old woman suspected of participating in an assault against a Jewish family in Paris' northeastern suburb, have now been detained and put under investigation. Their detention is provisional, which means they haven't been charged yet. The incident in question happened earlier in September when a group of attackers broke into the house of a local Jewish community leader. The man, his wife and their son were tied up, bitten and robbed, according to local anti-Semitic crime watchdog organization. One of the attackers shouted, "You are Jewish people, so you have money," according to the family's lawyer. Although it is yet to be investigated whether the attack was actually religiously motivated, shortly after it happened, various Jewish organizations in France condemned it as anti-Semitic.
Parts of French society are becoming increasingly anti-Semitic on one hand, and this hate towards Jews is being accepted and tolerated by other parts. We call on French authorities to firmly root out societal anti-Semitism and its passive acceptance.
The case also got the attention of Israel's ambassador to France. She also condemned it on Twitter. France's interior minister was also quick to estimate that the attack appears to be directly linked to their religion. But again, despite these claims, it is up to investigators right now to find out whether the attack was connected to the victim's religion or not. France is home to the largest Jewish community in Europe, about 500,000, but in recent years around 20,000 of them have fled the country, that some put in connection with a number of crimes where Jewish people are targeted.
Anne-Elizabeth Moutet is a columnist for the UK's Telegraph newspaper, and she is of the opinion similar incidents of potential hate attacks are on the rise in France.
Those people who are paying too much attention to propaganda on the internet, on various radical television channels, etc., have been fed old-style anti-Semitism propaganda, and they believe it. This is something that has grown in France in the past 30 years. It has grown on the one side with the growth of Islamism in the world, and it has grown also with the rise of modern techniques of communication. I think it started in the 1980s with satellite television, and then it was the internet, and nobody is doing properly the kind of work to re-educate that segment. It's very difficult. How do you de-radicalize people? You have radicalization in all countries in the world.